Coming, whoever you are. Hello, Dee.
The plan was a total success.
Hey, really?
Oh, it was so terrific. Pat is so worried about me, he is never going to be thinking about Faith again.
Hey, I like seeing you happy.
Oh, I really am.
Even though I wish you'd make a little bit more of an emotional investment in me instead of Pat Ryan.
No, I care about you. And the one thing I know is that we're very good teammates.
Okay. I guess I'll settle for that for the moment. Come on, sit down and tell your old teammate how it went, huh?
Okay. Well, Pat was coming in the door when I was on the phone with you. Where are you going?
I'm gonna get the coffee cake. Go ahead, I can hear you.
Coffee cake? Oh, no, that's sinful. Wait, I deserve it. I really deserve it.
That's only one of the sins that I have in mind for you.
Well, I think one for today is just about my limit.
Ooh, careful, honey. It's hot. I'll serve you in a minute.
Oh, come on. I don't like waiting. You know I don't like waiting.
Hey, who does?
Oh, okay. Anyway, I'm on the phone with you. I get off the phone, and I throw the notebooks, I throw the medical books right under the bed, and then Pat comes in.
And if he found you making notes on how to have a nervous breakdown, that would make your story a little less convincing.
Oh, no. He was very convinced. I was very convincing.
Depressed.
Depressed. I was so depressed that I felt sorry for myself.
And did Pat slip into his role of knight in shining armor?
Roger, he was so sweet to me. I guess he thought I was going to be very angry and upset with him because he walked out of the apartment and he slept at the hospital. But no, I said, Pat, it's fine. You did the right thing. And he was totally surprised.
Hey, that's one for you.
Mm-hmm. And then, you see, I just told him that this depression was just filling up my insides. I was so depressed.
And he was naturally concerned.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I'll bet you were wonderful.
Oh, I was wonderful. I was wonderful. I said, Pat, I can't be in the kitchen. I just can't look at all those pots. I just can't be in that kitchen all by myself. I'm so lonely.
Oh, poor Delia.
Yes. So then he came to the kitchen with me, and he kept me company while I cooked.
Hey, you got off to a good start. I can see that.
Mm-hmm. See, if I'm getting so much attention with the first steps of my nervous breakdown, I mean, you can imagine what's going to happen when I really get into the juicy symptoms.
Well, of course, Pat's being sweet to you might be a result of the fact that he had a good night's sleep.
Oh, come on, Roger.
Oh, it was just a passing thought.
Yeah, well, it was because he was paying attention to me because I had a very, very good idea. What do I do next?
Well, you don't want to go on being depressed.
Oh, no, that would bore him.
Okay, why don't you kick off your shoes, make yourself comfortable, and we'll put our heads together.
Okay. It's like the good old days.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Roger, I don't think I can wait any longer.
Now, this one is 25% butterfat, and the rest is sugar, flour, and nuts. May I? Hmm? Now, this is for energy. Now, then we'll have some coffee, and we'll get a pad and a pencil, and we'll have a real council of war. You look good enough to eat yourself. But, look, let's address ourselves to more serious details, right?
Well, I know one thing for sure. Faith is never going to get the chance to kiss my husband again.
Soap Talk's got 2 Emmy-nominated actors.
Cool.
One is a soap legend. The other, a soap rookie.
Let me see if I can figure this out.
Lisa and Ty get the Emmy scoop from Eileen Kristen.
Well, it only took me 29 years.
And Agin Kaba.
Well, good luck, good luck.
Soap Talk. Weeknights at 11. Only on SoapNet. Friday, there's only one place to see soap's hottest stars before their biggest night of the year. Live from the red carpet, SoapNet's Daytime Emmy Preview Show. Catch Walt Willey, Allison Sweeney, and Linda Dano's fashion hits and misses.
With those ruffles, you better stay away from my wife.
SoapNet's live Daytime Emmy Preview Show. This Friday starting at 7:30, only on SoapNet.
Why did your last diet fail?
If you're over 30, overstressed, and overweight, take a look in the mirror. You've got excess body fat around your waist, hips, and belly, right? Well, diet failure is not your fault. The problem is cortisol, a nasty little stress hormone that traps excess fat around the middle. But now there's Relacor. Relacor helps control cortisol and helps us lose stubborn belly fat fast. If you're dieting and still plagued by unsightly belly bulge, even if you're low-carb dieting, there's only one Relacor. Relacor helps you get thinner, look younger, and have energy to burn. Remember, when you're over 30, overstressed, and want to get rid of stubborn belly fat, the answer is Relacor. Order Relacor now. It's easy. You'll love it.
Order Relacor risk-free. Call 1-800-632-5098. That's 1-800-632-5098. Call now. It's guaranteed.
I'd heard about Avlamel, that it was safe and natural.
Introducing Avlamel, the non-prescription once-daily supplement made just for women.
So I tried it. That's when I started feeling intimate again.
The ingredients in Avlamel have been shown to enhance libido and help maintain hormonal balance.
I had desire, energy. I had passion.
This is how I really am. I'm back to being me.
Now you can receive a free 30-day sample cycle. Just call or go online today. At some point in their lives, many women experience a decrease in libido due to stress, childbirth, menopause, or medications. Today, women of all ages are discovering Avlamel, the gentle, non-prescription once-daily supplement made just for women. The ingredients in Avlamel have been shown to enhance libido, maintain hormonal balance, and promote a healthier, more energetic love life. Now, you can receive a free 30-day sample cycle. Free samples are only available for a short time, so call or go online today.
Edmund has just discovered his feet. And he finds them more fascinating than his hands, so I think he will entertain himself very happily until Miriam gets here.
You know, allowing for my considerable bias, Edmund has got to... What is that?
What? Lovely, isn't it?
Well, it's stunning. Seneca?
Proposed.
Again?
Now, this was the official event. Flowers, dinner, dancing, and a very eloquent argument.
But you're wearing it on your right hand.
Well, I couldn't agree to marry him, but he wouldn't take it back. You see, I'm supposed to look at it about 100 times a day or so to be reminded that he wants to marry me and be a full-time father to Edmund, as if I needed reminding.
Are you going to marry him, Jill?
Well, I'm at the point now where I wish I could say yes.
Is it Frank?
Well, I thought so, up until now. And it's not as if I don't love Seneca, because I do. And he's made it perfectly clear that he's crazy about Edmund and wants to be a full-time father and make us into a family. And there's not the excitement and the fun and the emotional highs that I had with Frank, but then again, there are not the lows either. So I'm beginning to think that it has nothing to do with any of this.
Oh, what does?
Me. I mean, maybe I'm just not capable of being married to anyone.
I don't think that's true. There was one very good reason why you were reluctant to get involved with Seneca in the first place, and that's still a factor. And knowing you as I do, I can see how marriage to Seneca could be a mistake.
Control.
Exactly. I mean, he can't help it, but he has to run everything. And you can't help it, but you have to make your own decisions. Now, that has to be some trouble. And unconsciously, you have to have some red flags about it.
Consciously, too. You know something? You're terrific. Of course I'm not incapable of making a commitment. I'm just exercising good sense and prudence.
Exactly right. Now, you don't have to decide anything right away, right?
No?
Good. So just go along as you are and see how things work out.
I think that's a terrific idea.
Especially since it was what you were going to do anyway, right?
Oh, you are so right. Okay, now tell me how you are.
Well, I'm good. Cheerful, hopeful, positive on all fronts.
My word.
I'm especially pleased because I think Pat is finally beginning to wise up about Delia. least to the extent that he realizes that he cannot wait on her and be a doctor at the same time. And he's not about to give up on medicine.
So what's gonna happen?
I don't know. Can't wait to find out. No, 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 not in terms of Pat and me. I'm not going to be the person to break up that marriage. And I'm not sure Pat'll ever be completely free of Delia. I love him. I probably always will love him, but I am not waiting for him. I only mean I'm happy because I think it's good for Pat.
I see.
I kissed him the other night, in friendship. And I thought to myself, you know, it really is so sad that we don't belong together.
I think you do.
Well, it just goes to show you. Because I believe, and always will believe, that you and Frank belong together no matter what.
I think we're both insane.
So what? I enjoy your company.
Were you gonna have all this coffee cake for yourself?
Yeah, part of it.
Well, then why didn't you put part of it in the oven and then just save the rest?
I like to indulge myself.
That is very, very wasteful.
Delia, here I sit in my humble abode after being scorned by the woman I love. You're not going to deny me a few extravagances to ease the pain.
First of all, you were not scorned. Second of all, this is not very humble.
Well, I have acquired a certain taste. I'm one of those rare people who can live with the very best.
Since you can afford to live the way you...
And I do. And you know, you ought to try it. You might like it.
Well, what I would really like is for you to keep helping me. I mean, Patty was paying a lot of attention to me. He was looking at me. I know he wasn't thinking about Faith.
You sure about that?
Oh, I'm sure. You know, a woman knows when a man's mind is wandering.
And if his mind wanders, his body soon follows.
Yeah. Okay, well, all right. On the list here, we have the second step, which is non-sexual body contact. Not making love?
Delia, you're breaking my heart.
Roger, I'm only pretending.
Yeah, well, what if it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy?
Would that happen?
I don't know. If it ever does, why don't you come along to me and we'll see what we can do?
Oh, no, I wouldn't even be able to respond to you.
Oh, now, Delia, never say never.
Okay, well, anyway, the next symptom, preoccupied staring. Do you have to be in a room with a group of people so they notice?
You know, I find it very hard to imagine you with a bunch of people saying nothing.
I don't always talk.
Almost always.
Okay, well, you know, maybe that's not such a good idea. If I was in the room with the Ryans, they'd be thinking about Frank's campaign or Mary's television program, so that's not such a good idea.
All right, why don't we just hold off on the preoccupied staring?
So what comes next?
Now, here, why don't you let me see the list?
Okay.
Hey, look at that. Hysterical neuroses. That's very good.
Oh, I copied it.
Well, look, I like this. I like the idea of starting simple. I like the part here, the overwhelming conversation about self with hysterical undertones.
What are hysterical undertones?
That just means that you don't shout and scream. You're quietly hysterical.
Okay. Wait, how do you be quietly hysterical? I mean, either you're hysterical or you're not hysterical.
But you suppress the hysteria and you just let a little bit leak through.
Oh.
All right. Begins with the eyes, and then the mouth, and then the hand.
Oh, people would notice me.
Yeah, I imagine they would.
Yeah, well, I think I could do that.
And then you casually walk into the room and you say, I want to take little John to the park.
So he can cheer me up.
And Maeve throws her body in front of the stroller.
Oh, I don't know. I just haven't had so much fun since.
Go on.
In a long time.
Since you were sad and lonely being married to Frank, and you allowed yourself to find a little happiness with me.
Yeah, we were friends.
Loving friends. Hey, do you remember that game I taught you? Every time you said no, you had to move a little closer.
I remember.
Yeah? You want to play?
No.
You got to move closer.
Oh, no. Don't ruin everything, okay?
Sorry.
I want you to know that I care about you. And maybe it's crazy of me. Maybe I should be with you. It's just that I'm so hung up on Pat. See, I've been in love with him ever since we were in high school, and I don't think anything's going to be able to change that.
I know, Dee. I'm sorry. But at least you haven't forgotten the times we had together.
No.
And I'm prepared to be patient because I know that those times will come again.
Yeah, okay, well, I think in the meantime we better figure out the next thing for me to do.
Well, I think that your instinct before was right. Now, you made Pat aware that something was wrong, and I think you have to convince the whole Ryan family.
More depression.
No. I like the idea of the overwhelming conversation about self with hysterical undertones.
So then I get them in a group and I just do a whole big number.
That's about it?
Oh, wow.
What is it?
Maeve, Johnny, Bob, Alicia.
Yeah?
I got a terrific idea. I know exactly what I'm gonna do.
J.R. Ewing, slick tycoon, or slimy skirt chaser? Get the full story on Dallas, weekdays at 1 and 6, only on SoapNet.
Every lineup has a suspect.
This bastard choked the life out of 7 women.
Every suspect has a motive.
I did it, Mom.
But this is not the usual lineup. And these are not your usual suspects.
This life that you live is not normal.
Everyone knows that he is a mobster. Get rid of the body.
Witness the only primetime lineup to die for. Tonight, starting at 7. The new way to watch soaps is only on SoapNet. They look just like any other family, but look a little closer. SoapNet's Dysfunctional Family Night.
Maybe having a baby with me is a mistake.
Maybe it is. I'm willing to overlook your affair.
Well, I am not willing to overlook your affairs. It's gotten to the point where I dread coming home.
Is that a threat?
Every Saturday starting at 7 on SoapNet. Why can't we all just get along?
On December 8, 2003, the President signed the Medicare Prescription Drug Improvement and Modernization Act, which finally gives Medicare beneficiaries the prescription drug benefit coverage they deserve. Congress has offered relief from the high cost of prescriptions through a Medicare-endorsed prescription drug discount card. The Precision Discounts prescription card is Medicare-endorsed, and it's free. Simply show the card, and you can save immediately on name brand and generic medications nationwide.
With the Precision Discounts prescription card, I can get my prescriptions for much less than I pay now.
Save immediately on name brand and generic prescriptions. There's no cost, no obligation. This card is free.
The Precision Discounts prescription card is free. Save immediately when you show the card at the pharmacy. There are no limits, no deductibles, and no claim forms.
With the Precision Discounts prescription card, you can save 10, 20, 30, up to 50%.
You can trust the Precision Discounts prescription card because it's Medicare approved.
Call now. And don't forget, the discount prescription card is free.
1-800-251-9372.
Is not having your high school diploma keeping you from making the kind of money you want? With PCDI, you can earn a nationally accredited diploma, not just a GED, and you can study at home at your own pace. Earn your high school diploma or choose from any of PCDI's exciting career opportunities. Call now to get free literature on the one career of your choice.
Call 1-800-874-0800 for your free literature. There's no obligation, so call 1-800-874-0800.
Have you heard? Alpacas are the livestock changing people's lives all across America.
I've always been an animal lover and have had several different types of livestock. And in the last 6 years, having the alpacas, it's been a wonderful family experience. The children have been involved in the day-to-day care. Overall, this has been an absolutely wonderful lifestyle for the kids and I.
Visit an alpaca farm today. To locate an alpaca farm near you, go to alpacainfo.com or call 1-800-213-9522.
With DirecTV Pay-Per-View, you get more than just the newest movies on television. With up to 60 titles a month in digital quality picture and sound, you never need to rewind or return them. And with the DirecTV DVR, you can watch, pause, and rewind your pay-per-view movie whenever it suits you. Tune to Channel 105 for a complete list of titles or sign on to our website. DirecTV Pay-Per-View. Entertainment has never been so convenient.
Oh, Jumbo. Well, you're just about the last person I expected to see when I walked through that door. But you're mighty welcome here. Tell me what you're doing uptown.
You know, all the years I worked on the docks, I got a reputation of being a closed-mouth guy. I know a lot of things that could get a lot of guys into heavy trouble. I never said nothing.
Yes.
Well, lately, I feel like a human sieve.
Oh, about Jack, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, when it's people you love that are involved, things are a bit different.
Yeah, well, I hope so. And I got an important piece of information to pass on to you.
What's that?
Jack seen the kid.
Jack saw Ryan. When?
In the park. He seen him. He seen her the other day with the woman that minds the baby.
Miriam.
Right.
Well, for goodness sake, what did he say?
Well, about Ryan, he said she was amazing. She was beautiful and smart and a very classy baby.
Oh, yeah.
I tell you, you talk, it reminds you of Angie, the way he is. You know how Angie loves his daughter.
Oh, poor Jack.
He also said something very interesting about Mary.
What was that?
Well, he was, about Mary, he was very angry. He didn't like the idea of her going around with Tom Desmond. He says he's a crumb.
Oh, he is not.
I know he isn't. I like him. But he's sitting down there and sweating and thinking up excuses to get up to Riverside on official business. You gonna tell Mary?
I don't think, no, not yet. But I'm thankful that you told me. Oh, well, look who's here. Good morning to you,
Good
Mr.
morning,
Desmond.
Mrs. Wright. Mr. Marino.
How are you, Tom? How are you?
Can I get you a bit of breakfast?
Yes, I'll have some bacon and eggs in a minute. Is Mary around?
No, off to Channel R with Ryan at the crack of dawn. Feeling a lot better today than she has in days. Good. She said she had lovely time last night.
We burned hamburgers, sat on the roof, and talked for a long time. It was nice.
Oh, here comes John. John, come over here and keep these men company. Jumbo, can I get you something?
Well, I think I got time. I gotta meet my bookie at noon.
You mustn't stand in the way of that.
Well, gentlemen, how are you both, huh? Fine, thanks. You still have a bookie even with the off-track betting offices?
A very old personal relationship of long standing.
Oh, I understand about that. I have an uncle at home who's a bookie, though in Ireland the profession is known as that of a turf accountant.
And it's legal.
Absolutely.
This uncle, is he in Bantry?
No. The sad thing about him was, ever since he was 6 years old, he wanted to be a jockey. And he haunted the Curragh, which is the centre of racing and training in Ireland. Now, when he was 12, he was hired on by a good stable as an exercise boy. But 3 months later, he started to grow and grow and grow till he was past 6 feet. So that was the end of his racing career.
So he just settled into turf accountancy, you might say.
Right.
Does he have a regular office?
Big gilt letters on the windows.
And where is that office, did you say?
Well, he practices his trade wherever he happens to be. Little bits of paper stuck in his hat and falling out of his pockets.
Let me get you some coffee, all right?
Okay, thank you.
Well, I'm afraid that the eggs and the bacon will be a moment more, but this should tide you both over.
Thank you very much.
Over. There you go, gentlemen.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
You know, it's just like you said. You ask the guy a specific question about his family, he doesn't give you a straight answer.
Well, why don't you try again? Go on.
I think I will. I think I will.
Ryan's Hope is next. Then spend some time in Bay City on Another World, followed by Port Charles. Only on SoapNet, the new way to watch soaps.
Hope for the future.
Make us both glad Frank can get well.
Hope for a better way of life.
This stage of the game is a new beginning.
Hope for a love that won't die.
Jill, I love you.
I'd like the good feelings between us to grow.
Let's work for that.
Ryan's Hope, only on SoapNet. Spend time with a family that shares your hopes.
You won't regret it.
Stay tuned for another episode coming up next, only on SoapNet.
From the director of Pretty Woman and the Princess Diaries, Helen was on top of the fashion world, living her dream life.
What's this? Bubble wrap. Photographer wanted me to look buff.
But her life is about to change.
You have inherited your sister's children.
What? What?
Now she has to choose between the life she loves
Pastor Dan asked me out.
I can hear you. I'm still right here.
and the new loves of her life.
You won't even know they're here.
Ow! We have a model down.
Kate Hudson, Racing Helen. Rated PG-13. In theaters Friday, May 28th.
A fresher tasting tuna is making waves all over America. It's Starkist in the Flavor Fresh pouch, and people love it.
Starkist in the pouch tastes fresher than canned.
Much fresher than canned.
Because the Flavor Fresh pouch locks in the fresh taste. And look, there's no messy draining.
We love it on everything.
Starkist in the Flavor Fresh pouch. The star is fresh taste. And try Tuna Creations. Delicious marinated tuna that's perfect on pasta and salads.
Greyhound super friendly fares. Now you can get there for a lot less than you think.
Go Greyhound and leave the driving to us.
It's the Kmart Backyard Barbecue Grill Week. $60 off all stainless grills. This week only. Only at Kmart.
Hey, some crullers, gentlemen. You know, Maeve's always saying the thing about Ireland is the whole country is very much like a small town, in the sense that, well, everybody knows everybody, they're connected, related in some way,
That's
right?
true. That's true.
Well, it occurred to me that you and I must have some mutual friends or connections.
Very likely.
Well, now your family is still in Bantry, you say?
No, my family is spread all over. Bantry, Cork, Dublin, Galway, Sligo. There's nowhere we aren't. Oh, John, but do you still have relatives in Italy?
I got cousins all over the place. Very nice, very hospitable people.
Now, seems to me that Maeve and your mother must be of an age. Oh, what was your mother's maiden name?
Well, now that all depends when you knew her. Her father's name was Maguire, but he died when she was a child, and her mother remarried an O'Neill. And since my mother's first name was Mary, and her second was Agnes, it's a little like asking someone here if they know a Jane Smith whose other name was Jones.
Johnny, Tom, it was nice seeing you, but I gotta go.
Take care.
Thanks, Mae, for a wonderful birthday.
Yes, it was indeed wonderful. I've got to get going myself.
Okay.
I'll be seeing you.
Yes, indeed, Jumbo, and thank you.
Thank you.
Would you tell Mary that I called?
Oh, we certainly will.
Okay. See you later.
See you.
See ya.
Well, any luck?
None whatsoever. Oh, here's Dee.
Oh, I'm so glad to be here. How's little John doing?
Oh, he's fine. And how are you?
Oh, I'm a lot better now. Oh, I took your advice about working at the hospital. And I did. It just didn't work out very well. And I was very depressed.
Well, there are other jobs, Dee.
Oh, no, of course there are. But I think I'm going to forget about my silly problems now, and I'm going to concentrate on somebody else. Isn't that what you said that a person should do when they're feeling very blue?
Oh.
You forget about yourself, and you just take care of someone that you love.
Yes, that works pretty well in my experience.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to plan a dinner party. Now, that's my first dinner party as Mrs. Patrick Ryan. And you, Johnny, Maeve, Bob, Alicia. You see, Pat and Alicia can be together in a very relaxed way. I think that'll be good.
Well, how does Patrick feel about that?
Oh, he thinks that's swell. And he's going to be off tomorrow night. Can you come over, let's say 6:30 then?
Oh, sure we can. We'd love it. What can I bring?
Oh, nothing. I'm going to do it all myself. And I promise you it's going to be very, very special.
Hi, this is Linda Dano, and I love playing Felicia on Another World. I'm so thrilled SoapNet is taking us back to Bay City. Every weekday, turn on SoapNet and return to Another World. SoapNet, pure soap 24/7, the new way to watch soaps.
after a crazy day. SoapNet, the new way to watch soaps.
Yeah? It's open.
Giovanni, you busy?
No. How are you?
Hot. My air conditioner broke.
It's not bad here.
I know. You always get a breeze off the river. Mind if I stay and cool off a while?
No.
I brought some beer.
None for me.
You sleepy, huh? I'll be up all night writing? What's the matter?
Came through.
Oh, your divorce papers?
Lawyer just delivered it. I'm not married anymore.
So, this makes it final.
Yeah, as far as the law is concerned.
Well, I'm a free woman.
Look, why don't you close up shop, go home, and let your assistant do the news for once tonight?
What'll I do at home, Frank? Show this to Ryan?
Oh, I wish I could help.
You do. And this pile of work does. I'll be okay. Listen, I've got a thermos full of coffee over there. You want some?
No, thanks. I gotta get over to the hospital.
Why?
Well, see Marshall Westheimer and lean on him a little.
What do you mean? Has Marshall turned down the House Association demands?
Now, the problem is nobody's done anything about them. It's like the Hospital Association has never got him. So Clem set up a meeting and pushed Marshall a little, and I asked if I could tag along.
Well, listen, I want to tag along, too. I did that story about the staff union presenting grievances,
Yeah,
and
right.
this is the follow-up. Frank, why didn't you tell me?
Honey, Jack's gonna be there.
So what?
So I didn't think you wanted to see him.
In this situation, he's another reporter, not my husband. My ex-husband. I should be there, Frank. You know that's my job.
I know it, and I'm sorry that I invited Jack. But the House Association is supporting Pat, and Jack is going to do a series of articles.
Of course, you had to bring him in. But you also have to let me come.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. This paper makes me divorced, but it won't make me run and hide. Come on.
Okay.
All this week.
She's just been nominated.
Soap Talk rocks the daytime Emmys. Who's got their fingers crossed?
I'd love to win.
I started laughing and crying. I thought I didn't have a chance.
And who's gonna get the goods?
Who do you think will win?
Soap Talk celebrates the daytime Emmys, Monday through Thursday at 11 p.m. and Friday at 11 a.m. only on SoapNet. Maggie Stone, fun-loving pal or frisky co-ed? Get the full story on All My Children tonight on SoapNet.
In 1987, Anne Heche tackled one of the biggest acting challenges in soaps, playing dual roles. On Another World, the sweet Molly Hudson couldn't have been more different from her troublemaker twin, Victoria Love. They did have one thing in common, Jake McKinnon.
Bill paying around here used to be really bad. Tony and I were spending almost $400 a month on our medications. Then I heard about my free medicine. Now all of our drugs are free. That's right, absolutely free. I'm talking about all the major brands like Vioxx, Glucophage, Celebrex, all from the biggest American drug companies. We found out that if you don't have insurance and you are eligible, you can, like us, get your medications absolutely free. Don't hesitate on this one. It is for real. If you spend more than $100 a month on medications, call right now to see if you are eligible.
Find out if you or your family are eligible to receive all your medications free. I urge you to call this toll-free number now. 6 million Americans already receive free medications. Why not you?
We used to pay $400 a month for our medication.
Zocor, Zoloft, Vioxx, and Zantac are all really expensive, especially if you don't have insurance.
It was such a relief to join My Free Medicines. We called, and with our income, we were eligible. And our medications have been free from then on.
When I lived in Hawaii, I had a heart attack. My doctor prescribed Plendil, Mevacor, and Coumadin. When I moved back to the mainland, I lost my insurance coverage, and if I had to pay for my medications now, it would cost me about $600 a month. Thank God for My Free Medicine plan.
Check it out on the internet at myfreemedicine.com. I did. It is for real. Don't be left out. Call today.
Find out if you or your family are eligible to receive all your medications free. I urge you to call this toll-free number now. 6 million Americans already receive free medications. Why not you?
This is very sad.
Look, Jumbo. It's how it goes. Do what you have to do. And you survive.
Yeah.
That's right.
Come on over and have a beer.
No, I can't.
Come on, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going up to Riverside.
You kidding me?
To the hospital, same story as before. Don't make any cracks.
Did I say anything?
Yeah, and don't say any more. I'm not trying to run into Mary, and I'm not trying to run into the baby. And don't tell me to stay home and play with the cat. Just know advice.
How is the cat?
Fine. Lives in a closet.
All right, you don't want any advice? How about taking a tip?
No tips. Thank you very much. You been talking to somebody?
Yeah. I was up at Riverside this morning.
Yeah, go on.
I went by Ryan's. I like to tell you that Mary is going around with Tom Desmond.
Don't tell me what Mary's doing. It's none of my business.
I tell you for one reason. So you're not surprised if you run into her.
The hospital? She's following Desmond to work?
I'm giving you a tip. Take it or leave it.
It's late. Stay as long as you want.
Who you mad at, Giovanni?
Nobody!
Nobody? Sure.
Hey. What's that mean?
No meeting with West Tommy canceled because of urgent business.
What business?
Oh, that he didn't tell me.
You know what was so urgent.
So he could avoid the meeting?
That's damn straight.
Well, he did arrange for us to have a talk with Seneca.
Is Seneca authorized to speak for the hospital?
It's doubtful, but we might as well check it out, huh? Look, you can sleep through this one if you want.
No, Seneca's better than nobody, and maybe he does have some information. Look, if there's any news in this, I'll come and get you. You mind waiting for a bit?
A few minutes, sure.
All right. Listen, the next time you see Westheimer, tell him he's copped out for the last time.
See ya.
Hello.
Hi. Officer Seneca?
What don't you know that goes on around here? Is Westheimer avoiding the House Association?
Mary, you're not going to interview me, are you?
No, I guess not.
Thank you. It's a kindness I won't forget.
To tell you the truth, I don't much feel like asking any questions. I just want to finish this day and go home and go to bed.
I hope I didn't keep you out too late last night. You seem sad.
Well, I am. But it's not because of you. Let me get a drink of water.
Okay.
Firstly, I think you should know that the House Association is not going to like this. We were promised a meeting with Marshal Westheimer, and we expected him at full face value to give it the serious attention that he said he would. Now, when he cancels a meeting with half an hour's notice, that's going to make for bad feeling. And people already think that he's dodging the demands. Now, Seneca, I've got to go back and tell these members that, well, he just didn't show today.
Clem, you're right. It's a mess.
Can you tell me why he didn't show?
Something about the anesthetic department. Accreditation problems, I think. Anyway, caught him by surprise, and he was full of apologies about canceling with you, but I figured the House Association would see it as a stall. Clem, I'm sorry.
Well, with a gem of an excuse like that, I mean, he could have told me, he could have had his secretary call, he could have done something.
Listen, they have all their signals crossed up there. Next week, you'll probably get a letter canceling today.
Look, did Marshall just ask you to chat with us? Or are you able to speak for him about the staff's demands?
He asked me to do what I can to help Clem.
Well, that's pretty vague. If we're here essentially to put off real business, I'd like to know that.
Can you tell us when the medical board expects to be able to answer the House Association's list of grievances that were presented?
And why there's been absolutely no response thus far?
Well, why seems to be pretty complex. I get the impression that Marshall and the board are trying to reach a unanimous decision on each and every grievance. That could mean months of talking and arguing. See, personally, I think they should appoint a negotiator to meet with you or whoever the union selects. But the demands are being taken seriously, Clem. The life of this hospital depends on the staff. We all understand that.
Seneca, who's we? It's you and them or you and us?
Whose side am I on?
Right.
Emotionally yours. But professionally, I am an administrator. Without a license to practice medicine, I guess I have to be, huh?
I understand.
You obviously have no specific answer to my question, but what about Clem's? Do you remember Clem's? It was rather important.
Yes. Clem made that point very well. I honestly can't tell you when Marshall is going to give an answer to the House Association. I know he's framing a response, and the board is writing memos like crazy, but when they'll put it all together, well, it depends on a lot of things, Clem.
What are some of those lot of things?
The availability of our legal staff, for one. Our house counsel is as overworked as everybody else around here. And then there's the vacation problem. I mean, people take off for 2, 3, 4 weeks at a time. So, the committee doesn't meet. But fortunately, summer's almost over. Excuse me. Hello? You're right. Okay, I'll send them right up. They need you on the floor.
Seneca, you can help us all if you just persuade them not to put you in the middle of this anymore.
Vacations, your lawyer's overworked. What garbage, really, huh? Essentials are always taken care of. People take vacations. People die, the payroll is met, surgery is done, meals are cooked. Westheimer is dodging. And he's making a disastrous mistake.
Well, whatever the situation is, it'll improve if you get out of it. Stay in your office, Frank, or in the courtroom. You don't belong here.
My brother belongs. And the association that represents him knows that he's been unfairly disciplined. They're a powerful and angry group, Seneca. And they're running out of patience. Don't underestimate them. One day, they could turn this hospital upside down. One day soon.
You're watching Ryan's Hope.
You never know who you'll run into in Bay City. Another World is next.
On SoapNet. The only time you would call Tommy Lee Jones doctor was on One Life to Live when he played Dr. Mark Tolan from 1971 to 75. Seems Mr. Jones is better suited as the law enforcement type. He won an Academy Award for his portrayal as Sam Gerard in The Fugitive. Tonight on SoapNet. 3 women, 3 heart-stopping stories.
Sam's pregnant. I don't want to compete with Sam. If it turns out that the baby is yours, I am leaving you.
Who's there? What do you want? I know you're there.
And the reunion you've been waiting for.
Stop. Now. Don't move or I'll shoot. Turn around. Let me see your face.
Watch General Hospital. Tonight at 10, only on SoapNet.
Thursday, May 27th, Lisa and Ty round up the stars of Dallas for a big South Fork reunion. Then,
will you marry me?
One woman accepts Bobby's proposal. Another gets revenge. Watch the episode that will change the Ewings' lives forever. Soap Talk in Dallas, Thursday, May 27th, starting at 5, only on SoapNet.
Menopause. It's more.
Let's get a DVR for this special offer.
Could I, interrupt you two for a second?
You're looking for Frank.
She reads minds, you know that? Gets the drop on me every time.
Not every time.
I've noticed she tends to outdistance you, but I thought that was just a question of intelligence.
Where's Frank?
Meeting with Seneca. Marshal Westheimer canceled.
Why? Why?
Something came up rather suddenly. I'm not quite sure what.
Oh, that'll make great copy. According to the hospital's public information director, something came up.
I'm sorry.
Saving an exclusive for your girlfriend?
Feel free to leave, Jack. Frank won't be making any news today.
Well, if you don't mind, I'll stay and find that out from him.
By all means, if you can be civil.
Civil. Any idea when the chancery closes? I got the divorce papers today.
So did I.
I'd like to drop them off as soon as I can, so the annulment will go right through. Then you won't have to waste any time. I mean, you know, in case you're planning to get engaged or whatever.
What is keeping Frank?
Look, the meeting may have gone on longer than he thought. Why don't we wait at Ryan's? Frank will find us there.
No, I'll give it another 5 minutes, just in case.
Just in case he comes out with some news, she gets to play girl reporter. She loves that.
Do spare me your insights into Mary. I much prefer my own.
And don't put down my work. I'm a good reporter, and you know it.
Well, yeah, it's been more than a year now. That makes you an old pro. Channel R. But she's got a real playpen there. You know, kids pushing buttons, playing with the news. They have lots of fun.
Look, this is a very unpleasant and awkward situation. I suggest...
You don't like it? Shove off. I'm fine. I'm sure Mary's fine. She's used to awkward situations. Faces up to him, hangs on like crazy. Mary Ryan never quits. Never gives up.
Not while I can find some reason to hope. But when I'm up against a lost cause, I do quit. When I understand there's just no point in holding on, I let go fast.
One thing I enjoy about my ex-wife is how she always gets in the last word.
Why are you so determined to pick a fight?
This is a fight. This isn't even close to one of our good ones, right, Mary? I'm just a little annoyed, that's all. Tired of Mary covering my beat with her toy newsroom and her toy television station and her ever-faithful inside source on her arm.
Hey, I have to get home to my daughter, but maybe after I feed her, we could do something.
I'd love to. What's your pleasure?
Dinner somewhere?
My place, I'll cook for you.
Ah, heaven.
And we can talk.
Everything about the hospital.
Everything about everything. Since we'll have some privacy. Just think of it, we won't have Mr. Finelli popping up. You do seem to spoil some of our best moments around here.
I'd like to spoil your face.
That is, I hope you wouldn't pop up. You don't have my address, do you?
Relax. He'd never find his way in.
Hey, don't push it.
Give me one good reason why not.
Because I push back.
Oh, the devil you say.
Yeah!
The last time you did that, you knocked my father down. But Tom is something else. You're lucky he didn't kill you.
Another World is next. Then don't miss back-to-back episodes of Port Charles. Only on SoapNet, the new way to watch soaps. 5 rivaling families.
Got something to hide?
35 years of love and betrayal.
Wait!
22 Emmy Awards.
Love me? Far out.
But just one Linda Dano.
What are you saying?
SoapNet is giving you another chance to experience another world.
Daddy, I'm in trouble. Everybody, just take a nice deep breath.
Oh, Victoria.
Yes, that's good.
Another world, coming up next, only on SoapNet.
Friday, there's only one place to see soap's hottest stars before their biggest night of the year. Live from the red carpet, SoapNet's Daytime Emmy Preview Show. Join All My Children's Walt Willey and Days of Our Lives' Allison Sweeney for a close-up look at the nominees. And Linda Dano's got all the fashion hits and misses.
With those ruffles, you better stay away from my wife.
What happens on the red carpet stays on the red carpet. But you can see it live on SoapNet's Daytime Emmy Preview Show. This Friday starting at 7:30, only on SoapNet. The next best thing to being there.
Regis has handed out some of the biggest jackpots in television history. Now he's at it again. Thank you! With $10 million on the line. Yeah! Super Millionaire continues tomorrow, 10/9 Central on ABC.
One town started it, and the whole world sang back up. Motown, once. For the very first time, 24 #1 hits that changed the face of music forever on one CD. Including the Jackson 5, Stevie Wonder, and the Supremes. Hear how the magic of yesterday made the music of today. With smash hits from the Four Tops, the Temptations, and so many more. These are the sounds of the American dream. These are Motown's #1s, including hits from Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, and a special Grammy-nominated bonus track from Michael McDonald. To order Motown ones, have your credit card ready and call the number on your screen, or log on to MusicSpace.com. Rush delivery available.
Jack, the meeting fizzled out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Mary told me. Seneca, have anything to say?
No, absolutely nothing. Where is Mary?
She left, which is exactly what I'm trying to do.
Hello, Jack.
Jack, I'll be in touch. Excuse me, you got a minute?
I suppose.
Yeah, I need a couple straight answers.
About?
About the demands the House Association is making. It seems Marshal Westheimer feels that if he ignores them long enough, they'll go away. Is that his strategy?
I only know what I heard him tell you, that he would respond as soon as possible.
Well, his response has been dead silence, and the House Association isn't going to put up with too much of that. Now, give me a break, will you? If you know of any action he's about to take, let me in on it.
Frank, he has not said anything to me. Now, look, I know he's not going to ignore the grievances. Give him a few days, a week. I mean, you can wait that long.
That's, some ring.
Yeah.
Is it new?
Brand new. Seneca gave it to me.
Congratulations.
No. It's more like a friendship ring. Seneca gave it to me because he loves me and he wants to marry me. But I'm not ready for that.
It sounds like you have a very honest relationship.
I've discovered that I can't have any other kind.
Well, you've come a long way since we were together.
I haven't moved very far. I was left behind, that's all.
I didn't leave you. You've got it turned around, haven't you?
Well, I guess we both have our own points of view.
You presented me with my ring. I didn't ask for it. Don't you remember?
I've learned not to trust my memory very much. I remember knowing you as well as I knew myself. But the other day in Marshall's office, I didn't understand you at all.
I guess we have that in common. I don't understand you either. A few months ago, if anybody had ever told me that you'd tolerate a man like Seneca...
Well, maybe we only saw one side of each other. See, because I thought that you needed me. But I realized that you only needed to be free of Delia.
And you only needed a lover who couldn't marry you.
And you're wrong.
I don't see any point in discussing it. We don't seem to be able to talk with each other.
That's sad.
Yes. When you see Marshall, tell him I'm concerned, okay? Yeah, so long.
It's been a killer year for Days of Our Lives, and now, never miss a moment as Days kicks off SoapNet's sizzling primetime schedule every weeknight at 7, only on SoapNet. Days at night, the new way to watch soaps.